Wouldn't it be cool to find a secret room in your house? Maybe one filled with hidden treasure or antique artifacts? I would love that. I've always wanted a secret passageway in my house, or like a secret room behind a bookshelf. You know, like the ones from the movies where you have to like tilt the book to get in. That would be incredible. Now, some people have lived out my dream and have found secret rooms in their house. Lucky. However, it turned out to be more terrifying than you would ever imagine. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 scary trapdoors found in homes. Starting off this countdown, we have the secret roommate. A group of Ohio State University students kept waking up in the middle of the night by strange noises coming from their basement. They also noticed that their cupboard doors would open up by themselves. Upon investigating, they found that their basement had a trapdoor which led to a secret room. And guess what? They found that someone had been living there. The room had textbooks, a TV, and a bed. The secret roommate turned out to be the previous resident's cousin. As a result, the students evicted this dude and changed all the locks on their house. I'm just wondering how this guy got in and out without being caught, because there was no other exit or entrance, so he would have to go through the front door. Like, how is he that stealthy? Well, I guess not that stealthy because he was caught. But also imagine taking a date home to that place and being like, here's my place, just come on through this trapdoor. In our 9th spot, we have the Franklin Castle. The Franklin Castle, otherwise known as the Tiedemann House, is a mansion located in Cleveland, Ohio. Built between 1881 to 1883, this mansion was first home to Hans Tiedemann, his wife, and kids. This mansion has 4 stories, more than 20 rooms, and 80 windows. Apparently, there are a couple of trapdoors all throughout this house, some of which have been removed for being way too dangerous. It's also said that the castle had hidden rooms and passageways that were used for bootlegging during the Prohibition. Now, what I failed to mention is that this castle is haunted. Yep. One of the owners of the house reported several encounters with ghosts. They even attempted exorcisms and had a ghost hunting group investigate the property. In 1975, human bones were found in the closet. Thought that maybe they were planted there as a publicity stunt, but we still don't know. So imagine going through the trapdoor only to be encountered by a ghost. In our 8th spot, we have the secret dungeon. A couple of years ago, a man named Daniel Carley moved into a rented apartment by himself. After settling into his new place, he noticed a trapdoor in the floor. It was filled with a bunch of clutter like old movies and painting supplies. However, when he moved all that stuff, he found stairs leading into a whole underground dungeon. Now this place was huge. It led all the way under his neighbor's apartment as well. There were endless nooks and corners. One of the things he found down there was a piece of newspaper from the Sun dated back to 1984. The whole spot is pretty cool though. Like if he did some renovating and redecorating, he could have like a sweet little secret party room. Coming in at number 7, we have the mysterious tenant. I don't know what I would do if I figured out some person was secretly living in my house with me. I feel like I would just move ASAP. Well, this is exactly what happened to this next individual. This student decided to move into a house in New Mexico. However, he started to hear weird noises coming from under his floorboards. Upon investigating, he found a trapdoor underneath his pantry. Inside, there were working lights, a desk, and a recently smoked cigarette. But he never caught the mysterious tenant. One day, he returned back to the space to find that it had been vacated and the inhabitant never returned. Coming in at number 6, we have the cabin in the woods. For years, a man named Simon lived in a small cabin in the woods. Under his kitchen table, there was always this mysterious secret door, but he refused to open it. A lot of guests grew curious and even suspicious of Simon, thinking maybe he was hiding something down there. Eventually, he caved in and got a handyman to come and open it up for him. Upon opening the trapdoor, a bunch of venomous funnel weaver spiders crawled out. Bites from these spiders have the capability to rot human flesh. As a result, they had to be extremely careful. The handyman ended up lowering himself down, and there he found a trough filled with this weird slime. It stunk, and Simon feared, thinking that it was a decaying body. Thankfully, it wasn't. Upon further investigating, the man found a secret hole in the wall. In there was a pile of charred remains. There was no furnace down there, so they were concerned about why someone was burning stuff down there and what the remains were. Personally, I don't think they were roasting marshmallows down there. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the armed room. A man whose identity is being kept a secret noticed a weird trapdoor in the basement of his house. And boy was he shocked at what he found. The space was lined with ammunition and empty gun cases. There were tons of boxes all filled with live rounds. Now, there were only the gun cases and no guns, so this made him wonder where all the guns are and why the owner left this much ammo. Like seriously, what was this dude preparing for? But that's not all. He also found a grenade without a pin in it. Thankfully, the powder was all drained from it, but still, that's enough to give someone a heart attack. The man also found a safe which he was unable to open, but he did say he was going to get a professional locksmith to open it and then he would update us when it was opened. But this was a while ago and there's still no update, so hope this dude's alright. Moving on to number 4, we have the religious hideaway. One drunken evening, the Farless family decided to pry open a metal grate in the floor of their home. Inside, they discovered a mysterious brick room which appeared to be a chapel. On the floor lay a wooden cross and along the walls were pews made from bricks. It's thought that this room was a hideaway for persecuted Catholics. It's pretty creepy, but also really fascinating. They also found an old chest that had newspapers and bottles dated back to the 1930s. In our 3rd spot, we have the hidden tapes. In 2014, the Reddit user Lumberjack documented his findings of a trapdoor in his attic. This led to a crawlspace with an all-black locked door. Behind the door, he found a room in which the walls, floor, and ceiling were all completely covered with soundproofing boards and plastic tarp. So basically it's like Dexter's Hideaway. He also found a briefcase containing an old jewelry box and some mail. He also found a safe containing a bunch of tapes. One of the tapes was labeled "No, No, No." He ended up turning the evidence over to the police and had to remove his original post because apparently his findings were relevant to an ongoing case. In our 2nd spot, we have the hideaway. Upon moving into their home, a group of Norwegian students were told by their landlord that a secret hiding place was somewhere in their house. Being curious, they started investigating and looking for it. That's when they noticed a trapdoor in the ceiling. But they didn't find anything too fascinating there, just old IKEA bags and a dirty rug. But then they noticed a hidden panel in the wall. In the panel, they found a secret hideout from World War II. Inside this hideout was a sign that read, "If you have a bad stomach, then you do not have access." They also found a makeshift alarm to warn of intruders and a very old map of Europe. And in our number 1 spot, we have the Murder Castle. The Murder Castle is the name given to the home that serial killer H.H. Holmes created. Herman Webster Mudgett, otherwise known as Dr. Henry Howard Holmes or H.H. Holmes, moved to Chicago in 1886 and got a job as a pharmacist under the name Dr. H.H. Holmes. However, he was killing people in order to steal their property. He got his employees to write him down as a beneficiary so that he would get all the money after he killed them. Then he would sell the bodies of his victims to medical schools. He then took this money to create an elaborate home filled with secret passages, trapdoors, and booby traps. The trapdoors in his home would open up and drop his victims into the basement where then he would kill them. Eventually, he admitted to 27 murders, but officials believe that he killed closer to 200 individuals. And that's all for today's video. Let's move on to our comment shoutout portion. I'll be shouting out comments from my video, Top 10 Scary Urban Legends Proven to be Untrue. JXL Plays commented, "Ugh, I've tried so hard to get picked, but I never do." Hard work paid off, my friend. Never say never. There you go. Soldier Boy Zach commented, "Lindsay, you have the same name as my advisor." Maybe I am your advisor, okay? Zach, get back to whatever I was advising you with. Michelle Carter commented, "You're the urban legend queen." Yep, that's me. Lindsay Ivan, the urban legend queen. Should add that to my resume. And that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shoutout. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see you. He got his employees to write him down as a beneficiary, so beneficiary. Yeah, I know. Thank you.